In Super Smash Bros., there are a ginormous 86 characters, and all of these characters have something in common. They can all get eaten by Kirby and give him hats. These hats differ quite a lot in every aspect. Today, I will be attempting to rank them all in looks and usage. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get into the ranking. This is definitely one of the worst looking hats Kirby can wear, but the real bad thing about this hat is the move you get, Rollout. If you mess up with this move, you either die or your opponent gets a free edge guard. With Peach and Daisy, Kirby can bring out Toad to absorb the opponent's attacks and hit them back. It's a nice ability to have, but the hat being just a crown kind of ruins it. I like Daisy more because Blue Toad is better. Falco's Blaster is a really good move, but Kirby's hat just looks ugly. Mario's Fireball and Dr. Mario's Mega Vitamins are basically the same move, but Mario's hat looks better. Luigi's Fireball is better than Mario's because it travels in a straight line. I also like the color green. Fox's Blaster is actually worse than Falco's, but I like the hat way more. Zero Suit Samus's Paralyzer is a decently good move, but the hat is not very good. King Dedede's Inhale can spit projectiles back at the opponent, but it has a lot of startup and end lag. Also, the hat isn't that good. I don't like how Mewtwo's hat looks very much, but at least Shadow Ball is a pretty good move. Kirby's version of Ice Climber's Ice Shot is way worse because he only shoots one, while the Ice Climbers will shoot two. The hat is great though. Trick Shot is a pretty good move, and Duck Hunt's hat looks good too. All of the Mii Fighters hats will show whatever your Mii looks like on the bandana, and I don't like this very much, but the move you get from Brawler is pretty obnoxious for edgeguarding. Villager and Isabelle's Pocket are the exact same move, and it's a useful but situational one. Kirby doesn't look very good in any of their hats though. I just like Villager's a little bit more. The next three moves are almost the same, just with some minor tweaks. The hats are pretty much the same thing too. First up is Toon Link. He fires an arrow that goes far but slow. Link's ability lets Kirby fire an arrow that goes fast but doesn't travel in a straight line. With Link's new design for Smash Ultimate, having the green hat doesn't make much sense, but it looks pretty nice. Young Link's is the same as Link's, but has fire properties. His hat also looks the best of the Link's. PK Flash is a sort of good move that is slow but powerful. Ness's hat doesn't look that good on Kirby though. Inkling's hat looks weird on Kirby, but not in a bad way. Splattershot is a decent move that makes opponents more vulnerable to your attacks. The thing that brings this down a bit is that when you run out of ink, Kirby loses the hat. Meta Knight's Mock Tornado is a pretty good move and can help Kirby's recovery go higher, but the hat doesn't look too good on him. You can angle Pit and Dark Pit's arrow in any direction. You can angle Pit's way more though, so he's above Dark Pit. With Mr. Game & Watch, Kirby can become two-dimensional. Chef is an annoying move too. With Olimar, Kirby gets a really good zoning tool. Unlike the original move, Kirby's Pikmin will hit the opponent instead of latching on. The hat isn't very good though. Kirby will get a hat based on Bowser Jr. no matter what costume you choose for him, and it looks pretty mediocre. The ability is nice to have though. Kirby looks like he's wearing VR goggles, and I love the sound he makes. Nothing bad overall. Squirtle's hat looks pretty funny, and the water Kirby squirts is good for edgeguarding. I don't like how Kirby only gets her crown, but the move is really annoying to deal with. With Wario's power, Kirby can steal players' health by eating them. The hat doesn't look too bad either. Kirby gains a really good ability with water shurikens, and Greninja's hat looks pretty nice. Looks exactly the same as Mii Brawler, but the move is way better and can combo into a lot of things. Pichu and Pikachu both give Kirby Thunder Jolt. Pichu's hat looks better, but it also makes you give yourself damage, so it is worse. Hadouken is a really good combo move for both Ryu and Ken, but Ryu's looks better and can use the command version. Bullet Seed is a very good anti-air, and I love how Kirby's hat looks. Kirby looks sick with an eye patch, and Wolf's Blaster is a really obnoxious spamming move. Kirby can shoot up to 5 plasma balls, and they do a ton of damage if all of them hit. When Kirby eats Diddy Kong, he becomes an advertisement for Nintendo. His peanut pop gun isn't great, but it looks funny if it explodes on you. Cheek's Needle Storm is a good camping move, and the hat looks nice too. Yoshi's hat looks great, and I love the cute sound effect that Kirby uses. Also, the color of the spots on the egg is dependent on which costume for Yoshi you pick, and I think that's pretty cool. Blade Beam is good for camping your opponent out, and Cloud's hair looks great on Kirby. I don't like how this hat looks very much, but Kirby gets a super fast kill move. Kirby's hair doesn't look that great, but PK Freeze is a very annoying move. A good, reliable projectile. Lucario's hat looks nice as well, but sadly Kirby's Aura Sphere doesn't do more damage the more damage you're at. Zelda's hair looks surprisingly good on Kirby, and Nehru's Love is a great reflector move that even makes Kirby invincible during a large portion of it. Marspin Lucina's Shield Breaker is both a good shield breaker and a shield break punisher. I like Marth's more because the hair looks better than Lucina's butterfly mask, which you can see in her down taunt. Roy and Chrome's Flare Blade is a really strong move that, in the right circumstances, can be a one-hit kill. I like Roy's hat better than Chrome's. Eruption is a good tool to have for Kirby. It is better than the previous characters because of the insanely huge hitbox. Snake's hat looks pretty funny, and the move is actually really good. Simon and Richter's axe is very strong and is great for edge guarding. I like Richter's more because it looks better. Metal Blade is a decently good move, but what really makes this one good is the hat itself. Kirby looks great wearing Mega Man's helmet. With Auto Reticle, you can spam like crazy, just like Palutena mains. But seriously, this move is really good. King K. Rool's Blunderbuss is a really great tool at pretty much everything. Plus, the hat looks good too, and I'm happy they didn't go for just the crown like Peach and Daisy. Byleth's Fail Knot is a really great move, especially in multiplayer, and the hat looks amazing. I love how they added this little detail of the dagger, even though Byleth never uses it in his moveset. Corrin's projectile stun mechanic is hard to deal with, but what really sells it to me is that instead of making Kirby just have white hair, they gave him Corrin's dragon transformation. Sun Salutation is a great projectile, and it even heals you when you use it. The only bad thing about this copy ability is that it doesn't look that great. Charizard's Flamethrower is a move that does a lot of damage, and the hat looks great. Bowser's Fire Breath is like Charizard's, but superior in every way. It does more damage, and the hat looks better. This projectile is really good. The only thing bringing this down is that the hat looks super ugly. Robin's Thunder isn't very good, but when you charge it up fully, Thoron is one of the best projectiles in the game. Darkest Lariat is insanely good and complements Kirby's moveset very well. What's bringing this down a little bit is the hat itself, which isn't even that bad. Banjo's Breagle Blaster is a really annoying tool to use, and while at first Kirby's hat seems mediocre, you can see that his version of Kazooie is actually a plush, and that just makes all the difference. Little Mac's Neutral Special isn't anything notable, but look at the hat! I love how Kirby looks super mad. Flame Nova is great both as an edge guarding tool and just a really strong move that does more than 45%. The hat doesn't look too bad either. Power Wave is a good move for keeping opponents at bay, but Kirby's hat just looks amazing. He's even got the gloves. While the hat doesn't look great, Kafrizz is really powerful. Too bad it takes a whopping 36 MP to use. Lightning Buster is a really good move to use in almost every situation. The hat looks nice too. Bayonetta's bullets are pretty good as a camping tool, and the hat just looks awesome. The same thing I said for Bayonetta can be applied here. I just think the move and the hat are a little bit better. Samus and Dark Samus's projectiles are some of the best in the game, and the hats look amazing. I just like Dark Samus's a little bit more though. Min Min's ability gives Kirby a punch that goes super far. It is a great zoning tool, and the hat looks good too. We are in the top 10 now. Sonic's homing attack takes the number 10 spot. This move is insanely good and highly spammable. The hat looks awesome as well. Ganondorf's Warlock Punch is very bad, but it is really hype if it actually hits. Ganondorf's hair also looks perfect on Kirby. How could I not include Falcon Punch in the top 10? This move is more iconic than Captain Falcon's home series. I also love the hat and the way Kirby says Falcon Punch. Sephiroth's Flare is very good for ledge trapping, and it's also just a general zoning move. The hat looks amazing as well. I just see a missed opportunity that when Kirby uses Giga Flare, he should say what Sephiroth does. Tui is a really great move at almost everything. You can shoot it near or far. The hat is the greatest part of Kirby's copy ability though. He just looks awesome. Pac-Man's hat is an ugly abomination, but that is more than made up for with his ability, Bonus Fruit. He can pull out 8 different objects to hit the opponent that all do unique things. It's like Mr. Game & Watch's Judge, but it's not random. Sora is the last addition to Kirby's copy abilities, and it is insanely good. Faraga fires a fireball, which is spammable. Thundaga strikes 3 lightning bolts in front of Kirby, which can be easily used for edge guards. Finally, Blizzaga shoots some ice out of Kirby's Keyblade, which can combo into literally anything in Kirby's moveset if you time it right. Sora's hair also looks good on Kirby. Kazuya's neutral special is very, very good. It can be used to snipe people from super far away. Kazuya's hat looks awesome too. I especially love Kirby's impression of Kazuya's transformation form. Shulk's hat doesn't look good at all, but his Monado arts make Kirby one of the best characters in the game in my opinion. If you don't know what each of the arts do, jump increases your jump and up special height, speed increases your speed, shield increases your defense, buster increases your damage but decreases the knockback, and smash decreases your damage but increases your knockback. Were you expecting anything else to be number one? This hat makes Kirby look like he was ripped straight out of Minecraft. He is now just a cube. What this hat actually does is incredible too. He can mine to get materials and then use those materials to build blocks on the stage. These can be used to give Kirby an almost infinite recovery, confuse opponents, and more. There is really no other copy ability that can rival this one. So there you go. Steve has the best copy ability in my opinion. What's your favorite Kirby hat? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But for now, goodbye.